Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Mitch from LFT. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys what's in my camera bag. There it is. I'm going to show you guys some of the cameras, lenses, accessories, and at the very end, what it's like to be on YouTube for a year. Expectations versus reality. This is my minimalism camera gear. So to start off, this is my main camera that I use, the Canon M50. This is the kit I got, and for the price point, this thing is phenomenal. It's around $600 US. And for the it has capabilities of shooting 4K. It shoots decent video, decent photos, and honestly, it's not only a great starter camera, but if you use it right, it can be a great professional camera as well. The only downside to the M50 is it's not a full frame camera, meaning it has a crop sensor of around 1.6. So if you were to put a 50mm lens on it, it's going to turn out to be around an 80mm actual focal length. Other than that, if you know what you're doing, it's a phenomenal camera. And one of the greatest selling points of the M50 is the rotating LCD screen. It's phenomenal if you're a vlogger. You know, you can flip that screen around, watch yourself talk in camera. It's actually really useful. All right, moving on. Because I forgot to plug my mic in, and unfortunately that's going to be our next topic, is external microphones. This is the Rode Shotgun compact mic. It's phenomenal. This thing is a little fuzzy. It's actually pretty weatherproof. This thing's got completely drenched, and I mean the mic still works phenomenal. What I want you guys to do is compare the audio now versus on this next segment when I plug this in and see if you can tell a difference. Sound design is critical in great video. Next, let's talk lenses. So if you did get the Canon M50 with the kit, it comes with this nifty little 15 by 45mm kit lens. It has an f-stop of 3.5 and it's pretty decent for video and photography. I think my favorite thing about this little lens is learning how to use it and then moving on to something way better. No, I'm kidding, but it is a great little lens. The next lens I have in my minimalist camera bag, which would be the 50mm Canon 1.8. Because this is an EF mount, you will need an EF to M mount adapter. And I got the Voltrix adapter. You can get the speed booster, but I just went with the adapter because it was simple. This lens is great for portrait photography and close-up kind of macro type shots. Here's a great picture and example of that. Another hidden advantage of this lens is the ability to spy on your neighbors without them knowing. No, I'm totally kidding, don't do that. Everyone should have their nifty 50. Moving on, the Sigma 16mm 1.4. So I'm filming this video with a 16mm and I'm trying to get myself further away so I don't look all distorted. But the reason I have two of these lenses is because of an unfortunate boating accident. Yeah, don't drink and film, basically. But this lens is probably my favorite of all the lenses I have. The ability to shoot in low light situations is incredible because it does have that f-stop of 1.4. Again, low light does not mean no light. You need some kind of external light source or something of that nature. This lens is also great for landscape shots because it is such a wide angle, and astrophotography specifically because, again, it brings in so much light. So a couple quick accessories I want to show you guys that you should have in your camera bag that at least I have in mind would be some kind of small tripod, you know, portable travel size tripod, and an external light source. Check this out. There it is. This is the Joby Gorilla Pod, and then I have the Pixel G2 external light source. This thing, I mean, this combo honestly is so great. I can literally just set this to the side and it's gonna give me that lighting I want. Next up, we're gonna dive into something really exciting that I pretty much bring with me everywhere. The Mavic Mini. This is my first drone and I wanted something that was not only portable but affordable. I got this, the Fly More combo, which comes with, obviously, it comes with a controller, 3 batteries, and a charging station. I got that for, I want to say, $4.99. It has the ability to shoot 2.7K in 30 frames per second. The Mini 2 just came out and that does shoot 4K. However, these do have the same sensor size. There's not going to be a huge difference considering the majority of people on YouTube watch stuff on their smartphones, so that's something to take into consideration. A big tip I have with any kind of drone, no matter the size or price point, is get insurance. I know I'd be pretty blowed. This thing would just drop out of the sky. I was like, boom, there goes $500. Pro tip, get insurance. Here's a quick example of some of the video it can shoot. And I guess a big disclaimer for those professional photographers out there, this does not shoot RAW. So if you're looking for something that shoots RAW, upgrade to the Pro 2 or the Mini. Other than that, this is a phenomenal little drone. The portability is phenomenal. The case itself is that big. This thing can fit in a backpack. It fits in my backpack. So for the price and portability, that's why I have this thing and I bring it everywhere. 10 out of 10, recommend. I'd like to give a big shout out to my buddy Chris for lending me this next piece of equipment for the last 8 to 10 months. It is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. I think every filmmaker should have one of these in their arsenal. Not only are they incredibly portable, but they are pretty much indestructible. They're waterproof, they're pretty shock-proof. Film-wise, this bad boy shoots 4K at 60 frames per second and does include hyper stabilization, which means you can get those crisp, smooth shots. This one has personally been with me all over kind of the eastern United States, and for the price, 10 out of 10, I definitely recommend picking one up. One last gear and accessory I want to touch on are ND filters. What this is basically sunglasses for your camera lens. These are used in long exposure type shots where you really have to slow down that shutter speed and open that lens wide open. For example, if you have a waterfall you want to take a picture of and you want to make that water look silky and smooth, go ahead and pop on one of these bad boys. This is pretty much the effect you're going to get. The brand I'm using is Ultura. I got these off Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get better ones, you know, Polar Pro and stuff like that. But for the price, I've gotten some pretty great shots out of these, and again, I would recommend adding this to anyone's arsenal. So if you made it this far in the video, first off, I want to say thanks, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I'll have a link in the description to all the products I'm talking about down below, so if you're interested, you can go ahead and check those out. That's going to wrap up the first portion of the video where I'm talking about my camera gear. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple quick tips and my experience on being on YouTube for a year. Reality versus expectations. Yeah, so I just saw Jake Paul doing this awesome thing and making tons of money on YouTube, and I could totally do that overnight. Wrong. Getting into YouTube, you have to realize that this is a long game. When you're first starting YouTube, it's a couple big things you want to focus on: consistency, authenticity, and just having fun. YouTube is something you're going to figure out and learn as you go. You know, what you put out may not be perfect, but as long as you're putting something out that not only you enjoy, your fans enjoy, but something that brings value to the table, it's going to eventually take off. It's just a matter of time and consistency. And in terms of authenticity, and that is the thing I feel is fading quickly nowadays. People are so quick to hop on trends just because everyone else is doing it, but people can see through that BS. And I think that's one thing that I try to bring to the table is being myself and ultimately trying to entertain and inspire you guys. It's been a quick year. I've learned a lot, and it's just been a fun process. You know, that's the thing. You have to learn to enjoy the process. You gotta have fun creating, exploring different avenues, and opening different doors. That being said though, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, make sure you like it and subscribe if you haven't already. Links to everything will be in the description. I'm Mitch, and don't forget to live for today. I'll see you guys next time.